Good evening and welcome to this late night edition of a devotional. I know it's a little bit late, so anybody staying up this late, hey, hello. If not, you'll catch us in the morning and it'll still be pretty good. So, one thing my mom told me this week was she said, you've been posting online in your devotionals that you need to worry about food, you need to worry about this and that. And I said, yeah, well, you got to make sure you have food and all that. So she said, yes, you make sure you have food, you make sure you're healthy, but she said, you don't have to worry about it. She said, you're telling us to trust in God and you're telling us to do all this, but why are you then worrying about stuff? And in looking at Psalms 118, which my dad has sent me, it was very good. Now, Psalms 118 is written in the time of David. Most people think David wrote it. So some of this stuff is based upon David and the nation of Israel and stuff like that. But let me read Psalms 118 verses 5 through 14 from NIV. So Psalms 118, 5 through 14. When hard pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me, I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? The Lord is with me, He is my helper. I look in triumph on my enemies. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. All the nations surrounded me, but in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They surrounded me on every side, but in the name of the Lord I cut them down. They swarmed around me like bees, but they were consumed as quickly as burning thorns. In the name of the Lord I cut them down. I was pushed back and about to fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. So I understand that we're not cutting people down or cutting down nations right now, but everything that's going on is pressing against us. We're hard pressed. We are being surrounded by just a lot of stuff right now. And my mom was like, if you're going to be preaching that Jesus is your everything, why are you worrying? And she said, take that word worrying out. Deal with it. Go get groceries. Go get things like that. But stop worrying and just make sure that your God is everything. Last verse. The Lord is my strength and my defense. He has become my salvation. Hopefully He is your Savior today. But just think about that, right? When we are surrounded, we will be given strength by God. And in this time, we are stuck in our houses. We are surrounded by the fear of everything. But God's going to give you strength to get through that fear and to get through this time. And just, if we can remember that. And even though I have been saying to worry, don't worry. God's got you.